Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead and another What We Eat for Dinner in a Week. In these videos, I show you how I combine inexpensive Aldi groceries with food that we are blessed with from the food pantry to make hopefully well-balanced, well-rounded meals. As a family, we generally eat low carb because my husband and I do for health reasons, and as the sole cook in the house, it's easier for me to just make one meal than to try to be a short order cook. But you'll see variations to that as we go. So today is Monday, and I do not have meals planned for this week. I'm going to wing it this week because, yeah, that's life right now. So I'm going to call this a cheeseburger zucchini skillet. This is something that I have made very similar things before where a pound of ground meat and some zucchini, and then I change up what seasonings I add to it. So this was that pound of ground beef and a couple of small onions diced up, browned those, added in one very large diced zucchini, and just cooked that until the zucchini was tender. And then to that, I added maybe a half of a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. In the past, I have also added diced tomato, and that's really good. But this time I am doing homemade Big Mac sauce, and I will put a recipe for that in the show notes. We have made what's called Big Mac salad in the past with that dressing on it. It was really good, and so I just thought, oh, that sounded good today. So that, and then tonight's meal is brought to you by our garden. That's our zucchini. The first big tomatoes out of our garden. Yay. These are either hillbilly or pineapple. I want to say these are pineapple. And it's just two very large, beautiful tomatoes. I'm super excited about having those. I may have already eaten a slice. And then we also have some of our potatoes. These were the leftover roasted ones from last weekend. We had a church fellowship meal after church on Sunday, so we didn't eat the leftovers from last week. So I wanted to get those used. So I just sauteed those in a little bit of fat, oil, and sprinkled them with some seasoned salt. The kids will probably also dip them in ketchup, and that's fine with me. So kind of like fries to go with the cheeseburger mac. Well, not mac, but you know what I mean. So that is a dreary, rainy, yucky Monday. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Tuesday, and it has been unseasonably cold or cool in the Midwest for the last week or so. So like today we had a high of like 72, 76, somewhere in there. And that's the high. And it was rainy and dreary most of the day today. So I wanted soup. I'm ready for fall and winter. So this is one of our favorite soups. This is a broccoli cheddar ham soup. I did an onion and 2 carrots. And the onion I diced, the carrots I shredded pretty finely, and sauteed that in some oil until they were soft. Then I added in about 2 cups of diced ham from a spiral ham that I bought on a deep discount sale at Aldi last fall. Or maybe it was this spring around Easter time. I don't remember. But then I added a bag of frozen broccoli to that and 2 cups of turkey broth. And I let that all just simmer away until everything disintegrates. You can cook it less if you like your broccoli more whole, but we like it kind of smooth and really well cooked. Then when that was done, I added, oh, hang on. Sorry, I had put it away. I added a half a teaspoon of xanthan gum. This is a low-carb thickening agent. You can use it in soups, in gravy, that kind of thing. And a fourth of a teaspoon is less than 1 gram. So I would say probably a half a teaspoon is 1 gram for the whole pot. And I didn't get it super thick, but creamy enough. I also added in about a half a cup of milk. If I had heavy whipping cream, I would have probably put in a little bit more, just for the sake of making it creamier. And then I let that simmer until it thickened. Be careful with the xanthan gum. If you use too much, it'll make it slimy. Ugh, I know. Rather than just thickening it up. It has that texture. So, but yeah. So then once that had thickened up, I turned the heat off and added in about a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. Like I said, this is one of everybody's favorite soups. Everybody will eat this without complaint, even though it's still technically summer. With that, I made skillet bread. This is not keto or low carb, so this will be just for the kids. This is delicious, though. I will admit to being a little boohoo about not having this. You put butter in the pan and you melt that, and then you bake it. The original recipe, and I will type that up in the show notes. I don't remember where it came from. This is another one of them that we've had for a long time. The original recipe just makes it plain. To that, you can add other things. So bacon bits, cheese, parsley, garlic powder, all of those are good. I did all of that besides bacon bits. I don't have bacon. But when you bake it, it like gets all buttery and crispy on the outside and soft and pillowy on the inside. It's delicious, and it's a fast one. It's 400 degrees for 20 minutes and it's done. I did cut the recipe in half. Normally it makes one of the large skillets full, but since it's just the kids eating it, I didn't want to make that much. So, yeah, that's my thought process on making a half batch, is that the kids will probably eat all of that for dinner tonight rather than having anything left over. Because leftover, it's good. You know, it's still tasty, but it's not as good as when it's fresh and crispy and buttery and delicious. So, all right, that is Tuesday night's dinner. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, it is Wednesday, and tonight we are having brats. This is the party pack of brats from Aldi. These are delicious. I'm not normally a brat person, but I love these. So yum. I did these in the air fryer in 2 batches because they won't all fit in mine. 375 for about 15 minutes to get them nice and golden brown and delicious. With that, we have a tomato from our garden and another thing of sweet corn from our garden for the kids. And then I'm going to have some of the leftover zucchini from last weekend because I can't have the corn, and that's totally fine with me. I honestly don't miss sweet corn all that much. Like one bite and I'm good. And then we will also pull out a thing of the sauerkraut as the probiotic, plus it goes really good with the brats. So, and we're actually going to eat this out by the fire in the backyard, which is the first time we have done a fire literally all summer. We have not camped out in the backyard, just all of the stomach health issues, which we're still doing the parasite cleanse, and it's going okay. Not noticing a huge... We're not having any like negative symptoms for the most part, except for me, and it's been mild, but we're also not particularly seeing improvement, but yeah, we're taking this one day at a time. But yeah, it's been such a crazy summer. I feel like everybody has been so busy this summer and just go, 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 and not feeling well, and just all of that. We just haven't gotten around to doing backyard stuff, and it was like too wet and then too dry to do a fire, and then too hot and then too cold and then too wet, and then yeah, how that works. So all right, we're gonna dish this up and go hang out, so we'll see you tomorrow. It is Thursday evening, and tonight we have 2 meals. So I pulled out a pound of ground deer meat, a pound of ground Italian sausage, and a pound of ground chorizo. The 2 Italian sausage and chorizo were from the food pantry. The deer meat was my husband got this fall. I mixed those together with 2 eggs and some Parmesan cheese to make... I had intended on making mini meatloaves, and then I was like, you know what? Like burger patties sound a little bit better, especially with the chorizo. I don't know. That's kind of what I was thinking. So I made 12 of these little patties. We're not going to eat them like burgers. We're just going to put them on our plate. I may try a little bit and see if the kids want something on them like ketchup or something. I'm not sure with the Italian and chorizo whether they will want something on them or not. But then I made the tray full of that, and then the rest of it I made into meatballs with the intention of throwing those in the freezer. There's probably not enough there for like a whole family meal, but I thought maybe I would freeze them in individual portions for my husband and I to have as just something quick and easy meat-wise for especially lunches. So that was kind of my thought process on that. With that, we have our cherry tomatoes and our cucumbers mixed with Italian dressing from Aldi. This is like a favorite during the summer because it's so quick and easy and a delicious side. And then we had quite a bit of leftover mashed potatoes left from last weekend, so Saturday. And I mixed that with some shredded cheddar cheese, an egg, and some flour, and made potato pancakes, potato fritters, mashed potato fritters, whatever you want to call them. And then I just fry them until they're done, so like the cheese is all oozy on the inside. These are so good, y'all. And then just when they're done, I put them on a paper towel lined plate just to make sure there's no extra grease, which I don't fry them in a whole lot of grease, but I won't eat the potato pancakes, but I've got leftover of the roasted cauliflower from last weekend that I'm going to eat instead, so that I have a couple of vegetables too. So that is Thursday night. Look at all the beautiful pickled green beans that I did yesterday. My kids love those. So yeah, Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Friday night, and Friday night at our house means pizza night. Sometimes that's store-bought, sometimes it's homemade. It is pretty much never takeout because we live too far out for takeout to be delivered. And so by the time we would order it, drive into town and pick it up, drive home, I can make a whole lot of frozen pizzas or from-scratch pizzas for less. Way less. So we just don't do it. I know it's been probably a year and a half since the last time we had takeout pizza. So today we have the frozen pizza that, well, not frozen. It was like a fresh pizza from the food pantry earlier this week. You will have seen that video already. And so I just baked it. And then these are half a bag of the pizza bites. I don't even remember what the brand is. Is it Tostino's Pizza Bites? I don't know. I have never had these before. Or at least I haven't since like high school, college area. And so I know my kids have never had them before. And it was just, we got a bag from the food pantry and I said, hey, yeah, we'll try those. So this is just half the bag. I figured that was enough between the two to suffice for the evening. And then the kids are also having salad with this as well. For me, I don't know. Kind of seems to be the running theme in my life. I will probably end up just having leftovers. I'm not in a pizza mood. Pizza is one of the last things that I ate that caused me to have really bad stomach pain for a few days, and so I'm still very leery of it. Even though I have not had any issues in the last week and a half or so. But, you know, that food fear is a thing. So anyway, I will probably end up just having leftovers because I know we've got some of the brats, some of the burgers. Yeah, I can't think what else is in there, but I'm just going to have leftovers and I'm not super hungry. So yeah, I'm not even like, woo, dinner. So anyway, tonight is also the one night a week that we do dessert. Sometimes throughout the week, there might be another day or two that we do something small for dessert, like a cookie or two or a piece of chocolate or something like that. But Friday is the night that we always do dessert. We watch a movie while we eat pizza, and then we do dessert. We still have ice cream in the freezer. That's probably what we'll end up doing. We've got a few other things like those brownie bites, that kind of thing. So what I usually do is just pull out whatever dessert options we have, lay them out, and then let the kids pick whatever they want. So, all right, that is Friday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Saturday night, and Saturday night I usually make a big meal, kind of like what I grew up having on Sunday afternoons after church. So tonight we have a whole roasted chicken. This is Aldi has the Never Any brand of chickens, and I was in there a while back, and they had, I think I bought 4 of them at 50% off, which made them like 98 cents a pound, which is really good for whole chicken these days. I used to be able to get it for like 69 cents a pound, but you know. So I just butterflied that open and then baked it, and then the last 15 minutes or so I put barbecue sauce on it. The kids are having sweet corn from our garden. We've got tomatoes from our garden and green beans from our garden. Woo! And then we also have sauerkraut from our garden. Do we see a trend here tonight? So, gotta love this season. Yeah. Sorry, I'm tired. Worked all day getting the house ready for taking the day off tomorrow, and then my husband got home and mowed the yard this evening, and we caught the grass and spread that on the garden, and looked at my daughter's watch as we were walking in, finishing that up, and it was 6:45. So it is now 7:06. So I threw this together. The chicken was already in the oven, but I threw the rest of it together, including shucking the corn, in a matter of 20 minutes. So yeah. All right. That is Saturday night's dinner. If you are new here, this is the end of my week of meals. I don't cook on Sundays. So Sunday afternoon, so tomorrow when we get home from church, I will pull out all of the leftovers from this week, which is part of the reason why I make a big meal tonight, and let the kids pick and choose whatever they want. We make individual plates, warm them up in the microwave, and we're good to go. It's a great way to get leftovers used. Sunday for dinner, I pull out charcuterie board things. So dried fruits, cured meats, cheese, crackers, chips, popcorn, pickles, chocolate, all the things that you would normally see on a charcuterie board. I pull those out, and once again, I let the kids pick and choose whatever they want, and we even bust out paper plates on that night. So it gives me a day off to honor the Sabbath and rest and just enjoy the day with my family and not have to cook. I also don't clean or do dishes or do laundry or anything like that. I really work on Saturday to get that done so that I can take the day off on Sunday. So, all right. So that is our week of meals. I will post any relevant recipes in the show notes. If you have any questions, let me know. But, all right. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.